you can hear me. So we're gonna go with that situation that you can hear me. Hey, you doing, Major? What's going on? What's going on, Black Lavender? How are you? How's everybody doing? What's going on, Miss Nita Bug? What's going on? What's up, Chef Disaster? Black Lavender, Chef Disaster. What's up, Major, Miss Nita Bug? Original Man 7118, Chef Disaster. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Welcome. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Let's get down to the situation because shit, we wasted enough time. Me saying, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear a mother sucker? I'm like, Lord, why is it saying that I'm not live? Why ain't the green light on? Like, what's going on? Like, I've been doing this for a minute. Like, so why is it saying something different when I touch the situation? I'm like, Lord. But anyways, let's get into it. Let me tell you, Wendy was here talking her shit, talking her mess. And I was like, OMG, like it is going down. Wendy was not playing no games, and Wendy was not trying to get bullied at all. She was talking her mess. And let's talk about Mia. Mia was talking her ish too. She didn't back down from Candiace at all. The way that she disrespected Candiace, I was like, shit, Mia. You know, people might get mad and think that Mia's acting like she's too good and she's better. But she definitely put, you know, Miss Candiace in her place. And Miss Candiace was like, you know what? I don't got nothing else to say to you. I was like, Lord have mercy, Mia, you done shut the woman up. We ain't never heard Candiace shut her mouth. We ain't never heard Candiace be quiet. So in any event, I was like, okay. And Karen was the peacemaker. I was like, okay, they're really doing a thing. So it is what it is. I was like, okay, we're going to get down to the situation. So let's start with Gizelle. Like, Gizelle is inviting people to her house, knowing that her house is not fixed up. You know, first of all, there's a lot of people that don't have homes. There's a lot of people that are homeless and things of that nature, or losing their house and everything. But yeah, you saying that you rich and you on TV, baby. And you got these ladies coming through this construction zone and all this stuff going on, and they all dressed up. It wasn't like they was in sneakers and jeans. I guess they should have you know, dressed down. But in any event, I was like, okay, so we're gonna get down to the situation. I was like, you see Gizelle's house? Did you see? Like, she told them ladies to come through, and she didn't even care. Gizelle was gonna tell them ladies that they can't use her bathroom. Like, what's going on? She gonna say the dark skinned girl can't use the bathroom, and then she gonna say, you know, the oldest woman in the group can't use the bathroom. Talking about Karen needs to be have some depends. I was like, damn, Gizelle, I thought you guys made up. I thought you was cool. And look at this house. Like, she got all this going on. This lady's gonna try to throw a party outside, baby, with a tent. She got construction guys running over shit and stuff like that. I mean, she got concrete, brick, you know, all types of stuff. Look just like a danger zone. The concrete is not there. You got Oscar, basically a scholar, you know, and Karen shading the shit out of Gizelle's house. Talk about, we ain't gonna go inside. There ain't no doors. I ain't going up in there. I was like, Lord have mercy. And I don't know why Gizelle did this, but she did this on purpose, because Robyn told her, girl, why are you gonna be inviting these ladies over to your house and you in the middle of construction? And Gizelle was like, she don't care. She don't want them in her house. I was like, Gizelle, you couldn't find nowhere else to film. You know, did you want to put your house on a mark? You want people to know where you live at? Like, what's going on, girl? Because usually when we're on the Real Housewives franchise, when they have a party at their house, they do, you know, Candiace and what's her name, Mia, was asking for chauffeurs and things of that nature. I was like, Lord have mercy. I was like, what up, LSW? How you doing? I was like, oh no, like, what is happening? And then now she's gonna try to say that I don't want them in my house. Like, what you mean? She's like, she don't want Karen. And Robyn's confused. Robyn's like, yo, listen, girl, I thought you guys made up. I thought we came to a medium or something. Gizelle basically letting us know that she's still pissed off at Karen, but not as much as she pissed off with Wendy, because basically she's saying that she don't really feel Wendy that way. It's like she wants a problem with Wendy. Yes, girlfriend, all day, every day. It was definitely a hazard and a violation over there. They was doing there was wood everywhere. You know, there was nails, there was screws, there was glass. These ladies are all dressed up with heels. You see Candice couldn't even walk, and she shouldn't even been out there with her broken foot. I was like, Lord have mercy, Gizelle, what you doing, girl? You doing too much. I guess Gizelle wanted people, it gave people something to talk about and talk about her too as well. So, you know, Gizelle was just like, okay, I don't don't care. Like, I'm about to get this podcast deal. I'm gonna have you ladies come to my house. I don't want you in there. I can film at home, watch the construction guys at the same damn time, get paid, and stop some mess. And she wanted to stop the mess at her house because she wanted to kick Wendy out. She knew she was gonna push Wendy buttons. Wendy's not here for being picked on. Wendy's not here for the bullshit, baby. And Gizelle said she don't want them in her house anyway. She said they better squat and piss. Squat and piss, Gizelle. You are country as hell. She said you better squat and piss out there. I was like, Lord, you better squat and piss. Gizelle is rotten to the fucking core. Even Robyn was like, yo, you can't do Karen like that. You can't do Wendy like that. Come on. Robyn was like, I don't even want to come if you're gonna do that. Robyn was like, come on, Gizelle. Like that's dirty, girl. And Gizelle was serious about that. Like, Gizelle, you serious? For real? What's up, Sharon? What's going on? So, it's like, Gizelle was a mess. Gizelle is a mess. And I'm just like, But basically, it seems like Gizelle wants to throw it in their face and also get promotion on a syndicated show about her podcast with, The Black Effect with Charlamagne and iHeartRadio. So she's out here showing off. But at the same time, Karen Huger came through to show off too as well with her candles. She was product placing both times. She product placed like maybe 4 times in this episode. Karen was doing what she do, baby. And Robyn was not hating on Karen for it. Robyn was like, yo, I don't know what happened with these candles, but it seems like Karen said that she could do it quicker, better, and fast, and probably stole Wendy's idea. And Wendy and Karen basically showed Wendy, this is how you do it. This is how you get something up off the ground. I was like, oh shit, Robyn's complimenting Karen. That's because Robyn cannot stand Wendy now. It's like they are really disgusted with Wendy. What did Wendy do so bad? Because, she did cuss them out. She cussed them out royally. She cussed out Robyn and basically said her situation with wine is fake. It ain't real. She cussed out Gizelle saying your husband is out here running the streets, getting this one and that one. You miserable. You don't got nobody. Karma's coming with you. You are right where you at today because you did this and all this type of stuff. She cussed out Gizelle, and Gizelle didn't like that. She's still pissed off. She's still ticked off, and she's still coming for Wendy. Wendy was reading, girl, and they are pissed about that situation. Hey, Raheem Charles. Mary Jane, what's up? So I'm just like, what's going on? What's up? Hey, Messy Vlogs 21. So, when Gizelle's not forgiving the situation, Gizelle really was going to have them, Robyn was like, come on, they're going to talk about you for days. You can't do that. But in any event, at the end of the day, after, Gizelle's Shady event, Shady and Haters event, whatever the case that may be that she got going on over there, nobody did ask to use the bathroom. And Robyn and Gizelle was Shady. She was like, she's going to take Mia, Ascala, and, Candiace up into her house and nobody else. She's trying to pull a nee moment. You can see my closet, see my house. Like, damn, Gizelle, you are messed up. Gizelle was feeling the certain. Gizelle's still pissed. Gizelle's mad because Wendy got the best of her. And, she feels like, girl, you cussed me out royally. We're supposed to be friends. So in any event, we got Karen. She's out here talking about her candles are good. Her candles ready for market. Her candles is, it's a home staple because she got the candle and she got the 3 wick, and it also comes with some other items. And basically she said Wendy is gonna have to build her brand. She's gonna have to go to Economist or something like that. So Karen done came in, swoop, and got her candles up here out in the street, and Ray sitting right next to Karen, as she's doing what she do, baby. I'm like, Lord. She said, and Karen basically said, it's no diss to Wendy. You know what I mean? It's just that, it is what it is. I was like, Karen is a mess, y'all. Karen's a whole mess out here in these streets. Karen was like, my candles are out here. She said, my candles are out here, baby. In any event, what's going on with Ray? Why is Ray getting a phone call with some lady saying, hey, handsome, hey, cutie, hey, this, hey, that? I was like, oh, Lord. And Karen took the phone and Karen was feeling a certain type of way. And she basically said, well, I'm going to invite you to my 25th, 21st wedding anniversary. Ray was like, I don't know who that woman is. Don't tell her your name. She don't know my name. I was like, what is going on in this situation? What is happening? Like, Lord have mercy. But in any event, I don't think Ray's out here cheating on Karen, but who is calling him? And then you got Ray out here talking about he don't want no young woman because he knows what young women do. They're too much. Yeah, because he had, Miss Karen when she was a young woman. So I don't know what's going on with Ray. I don't know why somebody's calling him saying, hey, what's up, handsome? He don't know who they are. What is Ray out here doing in these streets? Wendy's jealous of Auntie Karen. Candice, you know she is. I had some good laughs doing that reasonable shady party. I know it was funny, for real, for real. I am with Wendy, Candice, and Karen on this episode. I can't just look nice, you know what I mean? And so now we get down to this situation when it comes to, Miss Dorothy. Miss Dorothy sitting up there lying right in front of her daughter's face, talking about she don't remember what she said. She don't remember what was said to the ladies. I was like, Lord have mercy. Why are you sitting there just lying, girl? Like, why are you lying to your daughter? You gonna tell me you was at the video shoot drunk? Was you high? Was you smoking some weed? Was you smoking some trees, some drink? What would you have? Was you sipping on? What was you sipping on? That you don't remember nothing that you said. I was like, OMG. Like she don't remember nothing that she said about her daughter. You was out here running your mouth. You was running your mouth about your daughter and your son-in-law's business, Miss Dorothy. You went to Robyn. Robyn was basically saying, do you think, he's comfortable and, they got big payments to pay? You was just running your mouth, Miss Dorothy. And then on top of that, Gizelle was like, is he riding your daughter's coattails? Then you went to Karen. Karen was trying to stop you from doing it. I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on? Your mother was out here running the business and she's trying to act like, you know what I mean? Like she didn't do nothing. Like she don't know what's going on. Excuse me. Like she don't know. Like, Candice, what's up with your mama? Why is your mama doing what she doing? And she know damn well she do not like her son-in-law because he don't got no money. He's broken. Then on top of that, it seems like Miss Dorothy wanted to be on TV because how come she didn't tell her daughter that she was out here running her mouth? So Candice, if you're gonna get mad at anybody, you should get mad at your mama because your mama was out here running your business for no reason at all. And I don't even know why she did all that, but she did it. And and Candice's mother has been in our house for 9 days. That's a long ass time, girl. What's going on? Your mama just sitting there. Well, if Miss Dorothy is paying the bills and things of that nature, she needs to go home now. If Miss Dorothy is paying the bills and helping you guys out, well, then she can stay. Candice asked her mom, what did Mia say? And Mama Dorothy Dorothy was like, I told Karen, she did not expect, Christopher job, that he didn't have a job afterwards. But she didn't say that to Candice. She said that to Karen, that she told Karen, Miss Dorothy told Karen that I didn't expect Chris to quit his job after he got married. You know what I mean? Miss Dorothy was out there running her mouth. And then Dorothy said she don't know if basically, Chris is getting paid because Mia did ask her that question. And, but she didn't say nothing about Robyn or Gizelle or anything of that nature. And so in any event, Candice was like, I don't know why Mia's asking you whether, Chris is getting paid or not. But Miss Dorothy forgot to say everything else. Like, what's going on? And then in any event, then Candice, Candice gets slit with the mouth. Candice got slit with the mouth. She goes, well, and when my husband is out at the strip club all night, when he's out at the MGM, or when he's with men and women, he's caught with men and women, then you can question my marriage. You can question my mother, especially at the MGM. So basically she's throwing shade at Ashley. Ashley wasn't even there. I guess she's throwing shade at Mia because Mia met her husband in the strip club. So Candice is out here being ruthless with this mouth. And Candice was ruthless when she called Mia mother low budget. I was like, damn, Lord have mercy. I was like, And then Candiace was funny. She said, Chris, mama was out here being the church. She was being a town choir. Basically, Candiace called her mother running her mouth and singing her business. And she know her mother was singing her business because why did she introduce her Chris saying that her mother was the town choir at the music shoot? Dorothy said and then Dorothy basically was feeling a certain type of way. Dorothy said, well, you say that he's your manager. Well, then it's a contract. So basically, Dorothy saying that, Maya was, asking because you said he's your manager or your husbander. So that basically means, that there's a contract. And this is what Dorothy's saying. Dorothy's saying that people thinking there's a contract. Instead of saying that he's your manager, maybe you should say he's your supportive husband. And then Miss Dorothy basically said, this could be coming down the line to bite you. You saying that he's your manager and he's not getting paid. This can come down the road and bite you, Candice. So this is what Mama's saying. Mama's saying, like, it could be some legal ramifications in this situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, what is going on? Oh, like, this is crazy. And so Miss Dorothy was sitting there giving her daughter some information like, yo, if you guys get a divorce or something happens, he can claim that he was working or not getting paid and all types of different things. And this is what Miss Dorothy was saying. So Miss Dorothy basically was looking out for her daughter at the same damn time, basically saying you can't go around here saying this man is your manager and you're not paying him, because our contract, when you have when you say manager, there's a contract involved. And that's why Mia was asking. And then Chris jumped in and he said, basically, Chris says our contract is our marriage and our prenuptial agreement. And Mama Dorothy was happy when she heard that. She said, as long as you got a prenuptial agreement, I'm okay with the situation. I guess she didn't know. I guess she had to find out that way. I guess Chris wanted us to know that there's a prenuptial agreement, so he ain't basically gonna take Candice's money at the end, because she damn sure ain't gonna take his money, because he ain't got anything, baby. He ain't got none. So, you got that situation going on. I was like, Lord have mercy. Dorothy said, to keep people from asking you, these want to know the answer to this question or asking you questions about the situation, just say he's a supportive husband. So it seems like Miss Dorothy is trying to give Candice some advice. And then, and so Candice was like, so you want me to pay him? Candice like, so you want me to pay him? Lord have mercy. I was like, oh man, okay, so I saw that. Dorothy's over there chilling, having a good old damn time at Candice's house. And Candice basically said, and so, and Dorothy said, that's what had concerned Mia about the situation. Chris says he has never asked Candice or her mother for any type of money at all, point blank, period. And Miss Dorothy, she shrugged her head like he was lying. And Chris clearly said, Mama Dorothy did not pay any bills that had Chris Bassett name on it. So it didn't have your name on it, but it had Candice name on it, and she's a part of you, and you guys got bills, and you share bills and things of that nature. You got a joint bank account and probably and separate bank accounts. So therefore, if she paid a bill with Candice's name on it, she paid a bill with your name on it. Stop being lazy, Chris. So stop being lazy, Chris, with this situation. I'm like, what is going on? So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. What do you think about Miss Dorothy? She's doing too much. I don't know. I don't know if Chris is just too lazy, or Miss Dorothy, like, why does she have that much control and power? Why is she still staying at their house for like 9 days and they just got into this new house? It's because Miss Dorothy's putting money in it. They can't just write her off because somehow, somewhere she's paying for something. And that's just the case, because you would think that she would give them some space, but it seems like Miss Dorothy's also teaching Candice at the same time. Stop going around and saying that this man is your manager. It could be used against you. You saying this shit on national TV. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. Dorothy says, as long as you guys have a prenup, I'm good. Miss Dorothy is doing too much out here in these streets. Lord have mercy. But in any event, Candice had to be shade, and she said, well, Mia needs to go over there and crack people's, go over there to the strip club and crack people's back at the joint chiropractor. I was like, Lord have mercy. Candice is just, she's just dissing her business, basically saying that it's a whorehouse. Like, how you gonna go there and say that? So we get to the situation when it comes to Mia and her mother, and this situation was really sad. It seems like Mia is really hurt, and Mia, she seems like she's taking. I wish that Mia would like talk to her mother privately about some of these things, putting her mother on the spot and putting that tension on her with the cameras. And this being like 2021 and it's social media time that, people could harass her mother. And, I don't know how she feels about, her life now. But in any event, you saying that she wasn't there. We all know that story. So that's been told. Now you're telling us that she picks her sister Rashida over you. She takes care of Rashida kids. Her and Rashida got a good schedule. Her and Rashida works out everything, and she's basically neglecting you and your kids. And I understand that you hurt. I understand that you want to share it with the world and you want to get something from your mama, but it seems like you was a little bit too rough on your mama, girl. It seemed like you wanted her to start crying. You wanted her to get on her knees and start hitting the concrete, telling you that her mind's playing tricks on her, that she's sorry, she's gonna move with you tomorrow. Mia's throwing up that when she had her daughter, that her mother was not there, and she asked her mother to come and be a nanny. Her mother refused because she's taking care of her other sister kids. But then Mia didn't tell us when her mama got out of jail, she went to go live with Rashida. Rashida was taking care of her. Where were you? Or I don't know what's going on with that situation, but it's her younger sister. Her mother, was supposed to be in jail for 20 years. Mia's mother was supposed to be in jail for 20 years, y'all, but she only did 6 or 7. She's been out for 6 or 7 years. And, she went from prison to rehab. And then, she went straight to her daughter's house, Rashida. And basically, Mia is hurting. Mia wants more attention from her mother, but it seems like she wanted to pick a fight with her mother. It seems like she was being obnoxious and rude in front of her kids and acting not like an adult. And, and the mother said, when she was basically saying, you hurt me. And I know she did, but it's just like, you're overly compounding on your mother in front of your husband, in front of your kids, in front of the cameras. This is her first time on TV. I think it's a little bit too much, but you can get in your confessionals and say how you feel, but doing your mother like that, even though I know she did you wrong, but you are at a different mindset, a different place, physically and mentally. But I know she hurt you, and I know you suffer childhood wounds from the scars that you suffer from the burns and everything else. But in any event, the mother kept saying, well, you know what? I just wanted to work, Mia. I just wanted to work. I'm here now. Let's try to make it work. Let's try to do this. The mother kept coming back with positivity. And Mia just kept going at it. Even her husband had to say, okay, we were going to work on it. We're going to try. We're going to do that. And so you can see that Mia can go too far sometimes. And I just felt, some of the stuff should have been privately and they should have talked, and maybe they should actually go to counseling before they get on TV. And they could have counseling sessions on TV, but just to, poke at your mother and poke at her. She knows she fucked up. She was in prison. She went to rehab. If she went to prison and she was rehab, her life was all over the goddamn place. There was nothing stable. But, the daughter, her mom says, I appreciate you. I love you. Where you are at today. I'm so proud of you. Basically trying to confirm that, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'm proud of you because look at the mother you had, look at the father you had, and things of that nature, Not everything should be on the TV show. Mia needs individual therapy. Facts. She does. And so, the mom just kept reassuring her that I'm proud of you. Then Mia finally said, I'm proud of you, where you at today. Then we get to Karen. Karen basically went over there to Wendy's house to let her know, baby, I'm about to drop my candles. You're going to have your moment. I'm going to have my moment, but I'm about to drop my candles, pass them out, give them to the girls. It's a finished product. I got this, I got that. I got it going on. I got it popping. It's enough room out here in these streets. We're on $1 billion, network, billion-dollar industry, billion-dollar network, syndicated. We can all win together. And so Wendy feels slighted. And Wendy hasn't got her shit together yet. And then Karen goes, so Wendy goes, well, I talked to, my husband, and, we did our first business meeting. And then Karen said, oh, Lord, what did he say? Did he scratch your plans? I was like, Lord, Karen, why are you shading this woman? So Wendy said she gonna let it be. She ain't gonna. She just got too much going on. She just gonna let it be. But she feel a certain type of way because she was rolling her eyes, she was rolling her face, and she wasn't too thrilled, too happy that Karen got her shit off the ground before her, and she got an attorney and she got 4 degrees, and Karen didn't graduate from college, baby. So it is what it is. And Karen said her shit is gonna be on and popping, and the way she put them together is nice. We have, a scholar. She comes through too as well. A scholar be coming through looking nice. She don't be playing around. She be coming through looking, she knows how to dress. She reminds me of, what's that lady? Her name is Washington. Her last name is Washington. She dressed so nice. She dressed just like her. I can't think of her name, but Mia is not a good person. Lord have mercy. She dressed just like that lady Washington. The famous actor was on that show with the presidents. I can't think of her name at this moment. I don't know why I'm so concerned. Kerry Washington. She reminds me of Kerry Washington, the way that she dressed and her style and some outfits. Like, this is something that Kerry Washington, I can see her on a TV show with. So I do like the way that she dressed, and I do like a scholar sticking up for herself. I do like a scholar jumping in and basically saying, Gizelle, like, how you going to jump on Wendy like this and get mad when Wendy responds back to the situation? And then she told Mia, you better fall back, girl. Mind your business. So we know a scholar is not scared out here in these streets, and she will speak up, and then she will come to slay with her looks, and she's starting to get into the mix, and these ladies are starting to get on her nerves, and she's starting really not to feel, Gizelle and Robyn. But one thing is, she's very happy that Wendy was sticking up for herself, and Wendy was talking her shit. Wendy did not back down. Wendy was going on and on. Gizelle wanted to kick her out and try to embarrass her, and Wendy was about to cry. Lord, you could have kicked me out of this house. You hear Karen. Karen was like, oh my God, I think this house is going to swallow me up. This house looked dangerous. Karen was like, look at all these bugs over here. Scholars, like, they was all smacking their face, like, oh my God, look at all these nets. Not even mosquito nets. How you got nets? And Karen said, how you gonna kick somebody out your house? This is not even a house. This is a driveway. This is a parking lot. This is public property. What are you talking about, Gizelle? Delusion. I was like, Lord have mercy. Robyn told, Gizelle not to have that party up at her house with construction going on right in front, baby. But she did it anyway. I was like, Lord have mercy. Scandal. Yes, Scandal. That's it, Charles. That was my show, Scandal. Yeah, she's the best dressed. For right now, Carrie. Thank you so much. Hippie Jones. I didn't even see it. I just went to Google. Hey, Esther Thomas, what's going on? Mia does need therapy. Not everything should be on TV. Facts. Where's Mo? Hey, Mo, how you doing? I don't know. I was having some technical difficulties earlier. What's up? What's popping with y'all? But in any event, so I was like, so a scholar basically says that she didn't like the way that Mia went up to, Candice's mother. Like, how do you feel that comfortable? What gives you the right to ask my mother-in-law how much my husband makes, or what he's if you're paying him, or his income? Like, what would make you feel even comfortable to go up to my mother-in-law and ask about my husband's salary or his money? And Wendy felt the same way. Karen was like, hey, listen, because everybody wanted to know the tea. Karen was like, I didn't think it was malicious. I don't think, I don't think Mia was being malicious. I think what Mia explained herself at the dinner, she was like, what's going on? You saying that this man is your manager? Shit ain't right. And then we got, Wendy's planning a girls trip. And basically she is saying, when it comes down to the situation, everybody can bring their husband, but Gizelle just going to bring her luggage. And Karen and Wendy are discussing whether Juan is going to come, because Juan don't usually come through. Karen was like, Juan is usually a no-show. Ooh, wee. What you gonna do, Robyn? They talking about Juan, and Robyn is mad about the situation too as well, because Wendy threw shade at her at Gizelle's hater, whatever party that she was having. That wasn't a party. That was just like, that was danger. Like, they was on a construction site. Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on in this situation? And Wendy and they was Karen and Wendy is shading Robyn's this relationship with Juan, and Robyn can't take it. She can't take the heat. Ashley did it too much. She can't take it. She can't take another stroke with this situation going on. Gizelle, the inside of it looks nice, but the outside is just all over the place. Her daughter's telling her mom, stop chewing with your mouth open. Grace is telling her mom, stop, we need to tie some of this stuff down. Things are blowing over. And she was like, Grace, don't worry about it. Grace done scratched Candice Lexus, scrapped the hubcap of the situation. I was like, I can't believe Gizelle got these people at this house. And Ashley, I fell out when Gizelle tried kicking Wendy out when they were already outside. That's when Karen was like, okay, hey, Tracy. And what's up, Norris? What's going on? And so I'm just like, you got Ashley, she's coming through, and Ashley's acting like, she is so happy, she is so excited to be there, and oh my god, I can't believe this. I can't, Ashley's sitting there like, oh my god, this house don't got no doors, like OMG. Ashley, damn well Ashley would never live in that house like that. Ashley would never have some shit going on like that at all, point blank, period. But Ashley was throwing nice subtle shade. But she was doing too much. She was faking a funk and Robyn, because Robyn told Gizelle not to have these ladies at her house, while she got construction going on. Robyn even know better. You got Gizelle, she got a cast on, she got a boot on. Look at the concrete, it's all ripped up. There's all types of objects everywhere, broken concrete, wood, 2x4s, metal, sheets, everything. Like, what's going on in this situation? It's too much. Grace dressed better than her mama. Yes, she does. Jones. Yes, she does. Ashley is tripping. Elizabeth Hill, hey, what's up? They had a party at the barn. The barn was better. That's the barn is where, Candice and Monique got into at the barn. I don't know where. They was on a construction site. Here comes Karen. Karen's been, look at all this shit in the background. You see the tools, you see dirt, you see concrete, cut up concrete. You see all this, and then they're drilling, they're nailing, they're hammering, they're doing everything. Gizelle said, I don't care. I'm going to bring you ladies over here anyway. Talk your crap and give you something to say. Y'all might fall down the hill. You got Karen coming in, showing her candles, upstaging Wendy, placing her candles, giving the candles to Gizelle, product placing right in front of her face, like, these are my candles. Robyn's like, ooh wee. They're happy because it's like throwing shade at Wendy. But Karen said we can all get Monte together, So I was like, Lord have mercy. And Gizelle basically letting the ladies know that they got a deal. They got the reasonable Shady podcast. And then it goes down. Yes. Yes, your invitation was shady, Gizelle. And Wendy don't know where she stands with y'all. Wendy keep thinking that she's cool with y'all, but evidently, Wendy, you need to stop thinking that you're cool with them, because you guys ain't cool. And I was like, damn. And then Gizelle had the nerve to blame, Wendy. She done blamed Wendy for talking about her house being two different colors. Damn well that was Karen that was shading your house, girl, calling it McDonald's house, all types of stuff. And, Wendy was like, I ain't never shade your house. And so then Robyn goes, oh, well, this event almost didn't happen, guys. And, why didn't it almost didn't happen? And so then Gizelle was like, well, I wasn't going to let some of you ladies use my bathroom. And Wendy was like, who was you going to let use your bathroom? And then, Gizelle basically said, I wasn't going to let you, and I wasn't going to let Karen. Karen has talked about my house, and Karen said, yes, I have. And Wendy said, I have not talked about your house at all. And I was like, and Gizelle basically is saying that she talked about her house. I was like, Gizelle, why are you doing that to that woman? And Wendy was like, I didn't never talked about your house. I talked about the way that you dress. I've never talked about your house. I was like, And so, Wendy was like, well, I wasn't even gonna come. And then Gizelle was like, what's the tea? Why wasn't you gonna come? I was like, Lord have mercy, here we go with this situation. And so when it comes to Wendy's like, I wasn't gonna come because the invitations was shady. It says, haters and shit like that. And then, Gizelle was like, well, I came to your effing event when it was called Nude Lude, you know what I mean? And I didn't know what the effort it was about. So it was just like, but you just said that you wasn't going to allow Wendy to use your bathroom, and to Robyn and convince you to let her and Karen use your bathroom. So you already had a problem with her. So that's probably why she felt like she shouldn't come, because things are still not easy when you guys had an apology and you was gonna take, small steps or baby steps with the situation, and you didn't. So Wendy had every right to say I wasn't gonna come. If you said you wasn't gonna let me use the bathroom, my first response would be like, I wasn't even gonna come anyway, because I didn't want to deal with shit like this. I was like, and now Gizelle's accusing this woman of talking about her home. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Giselle was like, you talked about the coolers of my house. You did this. And Karen said, I did. And then Robyn said, Wendy acts like, then Robyn said, like, what was what's your problem? So Robyn is feeling a certain type of way. Robyn tells Wendy, it sounds like you are taking things personal. And then Wendy didn't want to drink at all. And then Robyn said Wendy is over defensive. So Robyn, she goes out, she pulls, I don't know how you pull somebody to the side around the house, but she done pull Ashley around the house to tell Ashley, hey, Robyn, that Wendy is being defensive and she's not liking her attitude. So you already know the drama's about to hit the fan, because now you got, Robyn basically going back and forth with, Wendy, saying that, like, yo, listen, like, why you feel the way that you feel, like you taking things personal. Then you got Gizelle basically saying she wasn't gonna let her use the bathroom. I went to your effing event. And so, it's getting ugly. You got Ashley and, Robyn talking about it. Robyn actually looked nice. And, only person that wasn't, up to par was Ashley, but Ashley got 2 kids, so we're going to leave her be. But in any event, Robyn actually looked nice. The blonde streak matches, the different colors, her outfit looked nice. I was like, go ahead, Robyn. So Robyn is pulling her to the side to tell her, girl, Wendy's acting the F up. So this is cold. We're going to talk shit to Wendy. And then Karen is here smacking her face, talking about there and nets everywhere. And she's basically questioning Mia. Why did she go over there and talk to Dorothy? Because she learned through Wendy and Ascala, and she was like, I don't give a damn. So, Mia's basically saying that she don't give a damn about the situation. I was just like, Lord have mercy. They be doing too much. Okay. Happened is in the woods near Crystal Lake. I don't know where is that. I love Karen Darlene Watkins. Yes, Karen was just shading the house. She wasn't getting into no craziness. What's going on? Kimmy Love, that's me. What's going on? Elizabeth Hill. I saw somebody else. Who else? I didn't want to miss Inti Bati. Like what's but in any event, I think I saw. So, like, you got that situation going on. So I was just like, They double teamed, they put the code on. We gonna talk. We gonna talk about homegirl. I thought I saw somebody else's name that I wanted to say what's up to, but I don't know. I can't see it again. I don't know where it's at now. But in any event, so now they're sitting down here trying to have this conversation. It's already ugly. And then we gonna get Candice. Candice is gonna come in there and she gonna do what she do, baby. And Mia's gonna do what she do. And so Mia says, she thinks it's Wendy. Wendy's the one running her mouth. And Karen said, these nets are killing me. And then they start to play this game. And Giselle's like, is it reasonable or is it shady to hold on to grudges after the apologies made? They all said, it could be reasonable. It can be shady. Who cares? Is it reasonable or shady to talk about your friend when they are not around? When they all do this. And so basically they're trying to, take a shot at Wendy because Wendy, basically said something. Karen said something. So you already know, basically the questions are towards Wendy and they are towards, Karen in the situation. And, they dirty. Gizelle said when she was talking about Eddie's situation, it was very reasonable. So Gizelle was going to face, Wendy and basically say it was reasonable that I was talking about your Eddie situation, not the way that you was talking about it, because you talked about it to everybody. You went around the house and you talk about it to Ashley and Robyn. Then you brought it up at the dinner table, and then you're talking about it here again. Then you brought it up to Ashley. Like, you talked about it 1,000 times when you could have just talked to Wendy about the situation. So you wanted there to be a problem, or you felt like you don't like Wendy no more or something, or you used her up and it was it, or unless she got a nasty ass attitude and we don't see, she had one last season. It seems like she's trying her best to be under your wing, Gizelle, but now she is out here swinging and fighting and she don't care, but she was about to cry when you was about to kick her out. I would have been like, a bitch, bye. This raggedy ass shit you got me at. I hope I gotta get a tetanus shot. I would have been talking all types of shit walking away from Gizelle's house. But in any event, I like Gizelle's house. I wish I owned that house and that property. I would knock all that shit down and rebuild. Land is land, baby. So I ain't hating on your property, Gizelle. Your property's all right, but you did that shit on purpose. I think she did that to also resonate with people. And plus, she probably didn't want to go nowhere. She wanted to keep an eye on them construction workers. Them workers was running over shit, acting like they was lost and confused and shit. So she definitely got to keep her eye on them workers, and especially she ain't got no man around. So she going to have to crack it. You know what I mean? So I can't believe Gizelle even said that she thought that it was reasonable. So what you don't like when nobody talks about Jamal. So why do you think it was reasonable to say the shit that you said when you could have said it to her first before you went around a circle or just confronted her once? You guys talked about her personality changes, she being a different person. If you guys said a lot of shit. But anyway, Gizelle said when Wendy told Candice that Mia was talking about her was whack. I was like, look at Gizelle just starting shit. Gizelle just starting trouble. Just everywhere you go, Gizelle. And that was that was direct. It was direct. So Gizelle is being direct. So it's all good. So this is why Wendy's direct, because Gizelle is being very direct about the situation. So, in any event, let me see if I can put this up. No, does it? So I guess it won't go up. I was trying to, change the background, but in any event, I was just like, Gizelle, Gizelle asked her that direct. That was, that was very direct. That was very direct. Basically, Gizelle is just saying the Eddie situation, it was very reasonable. I was like, ooh wee, and then Gizelle was calling out Wendy, saying what she did, it was wrong, but she felt was comfortable, and that's her friend. So why can't she tell her, like, girl, this girl's over here asking your man how much money he makes? Wendy could have minded her business, but Wendy don't have she don't have a lot of friends on this show, so she's gonna show Candice that she's loyal to her. I don't know if it's gonna pay off at the end of the day. But we'll see what happens. And Gizelle calling, on Wendy whack. Mia said, and then Mia jumps in. Mia got to jump into the situation. Mia jumps in, said, not while doing production. And then that leads Robyn to say what she needs to say, because Robyn didn't know what to say or why it was wrong for Wendy to do it. So when Mia said, well, it's wrong to do it while you're working because you can throw her off. She's doing production, but yet you said her production was shitty. You said she didn't have no manager. You said that, it was low budget and everything else. So therefore, why are you changing your story? You flip-flopping. First, 1 minute is low budget and everything, but now with the argument with Wendy, you basically saying that she shouldn't have interrupted her because she could have took her focus. But you said the shit was raggedy, low budget, and it didn't have a theme, it didn't have nothing going on. They didn't have food, they didn't have service, they didn't have anything. It was a mess. But in any event, when I was just like, Lord. And so then Mia jumped in and said that, and then Robyn quickly piggybacked off of that situation. And when Robyn piggybacked off that situation, she was like, yeah, but Wendy, you could have distracted her, you could have messed her up, you shouldn't do that while she's working. And that is a point. But at the same time, she was working doing a video, and she was working for the show. So all of it's for the show. All of it's being filmed for the show. So in any event, it wasn't like it was a private video that the cameras wasn't rolling for the Bravo ladies to be there. So in any event, it's not really that big of a deal with that making it a big of a deal because Wendy did it. And so how when you do something on this show and you ain't liked, they're gonna make a big deal out of it. Or they're gonna make a big deal. But I will say one thing: all the ladies played their part at the table. They all played their part at Gizelle's house. They did it. They had a good episode. It was a lot of good reading going on. They was talking their shit. They was walking in it or hopping on it. So I'm happy. The shit was all right. I loved it. It was on point. It was like, this is what we need to get back to the reading. This is what we need. and so and and so then you got Wendy. so then Wendy so Wendy's basically, she's questioning. So Wendy's basically questioning Mia, like, Mia, like, girl, like, fall back, like, you doing too much. Why you jumping in the conversation? And basically, Wendy is saying to, Robyn, like, fall back a little bit, like, what are you talking about? And so then that's when Wendy said, if you're not happy about what you said, Mia, don't get mad at me. And so this is where Wendy says this to Mia, don't get mad at me. And Mia said, I said what I said. And she said she doesn't feel bad about anything. I was like, damn, Mia, because, Wendy's questioning her, like you trying to question me, trying to throw it on me, but you the one that's out here asking people how much they get paid. Do you want somebody, it's like, are you okay with somebody asking your husband how much money he makes? Are you comfortable with that? Especially if you don't know the person. But in any event, Mia says she doesn't feel bad. And then Karen says, this house looks like it's going to eat me up. It's scary out here. Karen's like, it's scary out here. It's scary. And Karen's looking around. She's like, it's so scary out here. And these ladies are making noise. I was like, Lord have mercy. It was a mess. And then when we get on to Robyn's situation, and, Robyn says, well, we all do a little talent. We all say this. We all say there's no big deal. Then Candiace, she don't arrive to the spot. And, Candiace want that smoke. She has been waiting. Karen, Candiace has been waiting to have that little situation. And so it already seems like, Robyn and Gizelle are just not getting, Robyn and Wendy are just not getting along. It seems like it's even more deeper and personal. And I guess when it comes to Robyn, she's not trying to ease up on Wendy. They want Wendy to be on her knees begging, and Wendy's not doing it. And they're mad because she cussed them out. Okay, yeah, she dissed y'all. Now you guys are trying to say, oh my gosh, she never liked us in the beginning. So they're trying to make it even worse where they can't come back and be cool. They're trying to make it like Wendy did the ultimate. Like, Wendy didn't do the ultimate. The ultimate is taking your husband, baby. Okay? Taking your husband on one of these shows is the ultimate. But in any event, so I'm just like, damn. And Robyn said, what if you would have messed her up while she was doing her video? Wendy said, Robyn, if you feel like that wasn't reasonable. And then Mia jumps in and says, Wendy, you are making this about yourself. And then Mia touched Wendy. And, because Mia was talking to Robyn, Mia touched Wendy. Wendy said, don't touch me. Then Mia touched her again. And guys, guess what she said? Guess what, Wendy said, I got these shoulder pads for a reason. I told you that bitch be wearing shoulder pads, looking like a goddamn football player out here in these streets. You see them shoulders over there? She got shoulder pads on. Why you got on shoulder pads, Wendy? Like, she had on shoulder pads last season, all season, where it makes her body look weird. It still make her look hunchback. In any event, at least she got the side hair burns. She cut them. She made some space between the side head, forehead hair and her eyebrows. But in any event, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? She said she had on shoulder pads, y'all. She said she had on shoulder pads. I told you she had on shoulder pads. Elizabeth Hill, isn't Gizelle bathroom out in the woods? I guess so. She told him to squat and piss. Jones, that is so childish how they drag and get a podcast. I know. Everyone has talked about Gizelle House, even Shady Andy Cohen. She needs to stop reaching. You already know that party was Shady and Robyn and Gizelle. Elizabeth Hill. Or did she order those portable toilets? Nah, she didn't. Nobody used the bathroom. Hey Mo, Norris. Hey Mo. Okay. that place is a mess. I went there. Who else? Kimmy Love. That's me. Hey. They looking for a reason not to like Wendy. She had the right to cuss them out. That's what Raheem Charles said. Elizabeth Hill. Oh, so they had to go to the lake to use the bathroom. Lord have mercy. They had to squat and piss, baby. Darlene Watkins, because Wendy told the truth about her not relationship. Yeah, she told the truth about her not being in a relationship. She didn't like that shit. Miss Nina Bug. Hey yo, what's up, Miss T? What's going on? How you doing? I gotta call you, girl. We need to talk and see how you doing, baby. It's good to see you, Miss T. Elizabeth Hills. I always see chemistry to deliver. I always see Chrissy delivering food instead of cooking it. Chrissy, why you call him Chrissy? I didn't know. I'm like, who is Chrissy? Oh, you are so mean. He didn't bring no food to the video shoot though. Hey, April Morgan, what's going on? Kimmy Love, that's me. Hey, Miss T. There was somebody else in here, and she's a content creator. And I wanted to say what's up to her, but I can't find the name no more. But in any event, so now we get down to the situation where it's going to start getting even more messier and even more messier, because you know Mia, she going to jump into the situation. Wendy and your shoulder pads, get them shoulder pads going. We got Candiace she's ready to go in. She said, Mia, all of 5 seconds of me to Mama Dot. You are paying, you want to know who's paying my bills, how much money my husband make, how big my breast, or what Chris does. You know, she was just going in and adding extra shit on the situation because she was reading Mia. Mia said the only question I asked was who was the manager and is he getting paid? I was like, shit. You know, nobody's mad at Mia for that. You know why? Because they all wanted to know, was Candiace paying Chris? And the mama jumped in and said, girl, you better say that this man is your adulting husband, a supportive husband. Stop saying he's your manager, because this is legally F you up. And then now you got Mia out here asking the question, well, is he getting paid? Because if it's not getting paid, that looks bad that you out here riding the white horse. Lord, this is too much. Shoulder pads was so back in the day. I know. I've been saying it since last season. She had shoulder pads. I knew it. I knew she had on them damn shoulder pads. I knew she did. With Miss T, I knew she did. I told you she had on them shoulder pads. And so you got this situation where it's going down, where Candiace is basically, you know, trying to read Mia. Mia says she basically said what she said. I only asked her 2 questions. Candiace said, why is it appropriate for you to ask my mom any questions? Mia said, okay. Mia said, you asked me to volunteer my time there and nobody to greet me there. There was no management of any kind, and you were not even there. Candiace says, you say you didn't have to. Candiace said, you didn't have to be there. You wasn't getting paid. You didn't have to show up. And Mia said that she wanted to be there, but she didn't want to show up and to a low budget situation. So basically Mia saying, girl, you said that you got a video shoot. You saying that this man is your husband. He's your manager. And basically you didn't got no lighting out there. You didn't have no extra lighting. You didn't have no food. You wasn't there. There was nobody greeting them with either drinks, wine, or food, or letting them know where to go, how to do this. You know, it was just basically in a parking lot. They showed up like they was in high school, you know, about to meet up, and you guys gonna record on your goddamn camera phone. That's what she's talking about. Like, she asked the questions like, girl, this is your husband. He's doing this. He's managing you like this. Ain't no cause here. He ain't here. You ain't here. There's no greeting. There's no nothing. And basically Mia was like, you didn't even say thank you. And I didn't know I was showing up to something so low budget. I was like, damn. And then Candiace said, girl, your mama low budget. I was like, Candiace, why you gotta talk about her mama? Why you gotta call her mama low budget? Like, damn, girl. You be doing too much. Like, this is crazy. Like, why did she do that? Why she call her mother low budget? And then you got Gizelle was like, I hope she don't know about her mother. Like, her mother really came from the hood. Her mother really been through some things, you know? I was like, oh, baby. It's about time, because the show was getting boring, so we needed a little hands on Wendy. We got the hands on Wendy, baby. At Messy Vlogs 21, Miss T Production did a great job this episode, showing everybody talking to Mama Dorothy. I know they totally did. Elizabeth Hill, I can't understand Robyn wearing Robert wearing shoulder pads because he is a football player. Why are you talking about Robyn like that? He's a football wearing shoulder pads because he's a football player. He's so messed up. Who she wanted to greet her? She wanted when you go to video shoots, you have the video person. I forgot what they call them. They come around, they check people in. You know what I mean? They check your name off the list. They say, "Oh, you can sit over here." There was no chance for them to sit down. They had to sit on their car. Shit, but Candice spent $10,000, so she was saving her money. Candice was saving her money. Candice said she had to pay $10,000 for that video. I was like, Lord, and I was just watching that video. My mind playing tricks on me. I know that didn't even cost $10,000, and that's a classic. Girl, Mia never heard of a shooting running late. Nope, she hasn't. Lord writing Charles. Mia had a good point because it was very unprofessional, especially when you're out here saying that this is your husband shit. Your husband got your back. You and your husband are having these great things, and he's helping you. You're doing all this other stuff. He's your husband, Joe. She was like, he's my husband, Joe. He's my husband, Joe. Chris is my husband, Joe. And then, baby, this shit's all messed up. Like, and then he came in his cook uniform with no food, y'all. That's Sag and Candice. Yes, it definitely is. That Candice probably thought Bravo was going to pay because they were filming the video. I guess they didn't. Yes, but Maya also knew it was Candice's first ever video shoot. Major. No chair. There was no chairs, y'all. They had to sit on the roof of the car, the back of the car. Half of them couldn't get on top of the car. There might have been a picnic table that was there at the park. But Mia, don't talk too much shit. You had them ladies sitting on that dirty, thing out there at the park with your goddess of lunch, goddess or whatever dinner. You didn't have no pillows. You had basically a thin cloth covering the ground. And them ladies had to sit there and eat on that shit. That shit was not sprayed down or clean. Don't play no games. Don't be throwing shade when your shit ain't straight either. Elizabeth, Wendy. Oh God, you're talking about Wendy. Wendell wearing her bandana to hold her edges down. That was connected to her eyebrows. Elizabeth, Lord have mercy. Hey Erica, what's going on? How you doing? That's all right. You can catch on a replay. No chairs, legs looking like Gizmo bike legs. My, you are so messed up. Let me stop. Y'all are too much. But in any event, so we have the situation where Candice basically, she's pissed off and she went at Mia and basically told Mia, hey, listen, girl, your mama's low budget. And we know her mama just got out of prison. She's been in jail. She was almost served a 20-year bid. You know what I mean? She was in rehab. And we heard Mia's, horrific childhood. Candice called her mother low budget. And Gizelle said, girl, don't talk about that girl, mama. Talk about her feet. Talk about her hands. So let's see. Okay, so it's still working. I clicked on something by accident. At least Gizelle admitted that she wanted to know, and she asked stuff. I am sorry, Mary. Your reviews and comments are hilarious. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So with Mia, where was that? So Mia was feeling a certain type of way. I was just like, Lord have mercy, like, And then Candice said she was done. Candice said she was done with the situation. Candice, yeah, you was done with the situation because she was reading you. She was like, girl, it was low budget. Like, you was out here bragging. And so many different words. Mia saying, girl, you was out here bragging and your husband and all this other stuff. And we showed up to that shit like that. You know what I mean? And then Mia also putting out the air that she got so much money. And that's going to be a turnoff if she keeps doing that, because we see on the upcoming episode, Mia's going to be talking about, oh, rich people don't do this. Girl, I know, we know where you came from. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't shame somebody or try to shame people. You can shame them or whatever the case you want, saying that you got more money than them. Rich people don't act like this. Well, rich people don't say shit like that either. You know what I mean? They just take in mind that this person is poorly trained, poorly raised, and they just keep moving and leave it as that. That's how rich people act. And so, and some of them are nasty, but to do that, to be a new, person on this show, you don't want to give people that taste, because everybody that watched the show ain't rich, and they ain't gonna look at you like, girl, come on, look at this. You met your man at the strip club. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have this, blase and the third. So, just fall back with acting like you better than everybody because you're rich, because it's going to come off the wrong way to the audience, even though you're trying to point out that she's not classy and anything, but she grew up rich. She got a trust fund. You know what I'm saying? Your trust fund was between your legs, girl. That trust fund done saved you. Them clappers between your legs done saved you, girl. Let me stop. Let me stop. I can't with these people. They are ratchet rich people out here too. There is. But Mia is trying to act like she's not ratchet. When she was pointing out Candice, she was trying to act like, that girl, look at you. Oh, rich people don't do that. And somebody else did that. Rich people don't act like that. Oh, somebody else said that shit. I forgot who it was right now. It was somebody that said that. But in any it was Fallon. Fallon said that on Real Housewives of Atlanta to the ladies, at what's it, Latoya Forever. She said that about Latoya. Rich people don't act like that. Well, girl, we know you ain't rich. Like, well, you was rich when you was married to Simon, I guess. Well, yeah, that statement just stuck in my head because that's the same thing Fallon said, to Latoya, even though Latoya was being shady, but she said rich people don't act like that. And, Shamia repeated what she said to Latoya so Latoya can continue go off, because now we know that they wasn't feeling Fallon at all, because Portia was pushing up on your husband your ex-husband at the time. I knew that shit just clicked in my head. I was like, what the fuck? You come from it. Don't forget, you can go back. Yes, that is true. Rich people don't act like that. But see, rich people don't say that to other people. You know what I mean? They just take it as the way that they were raised and things of that nature. But in any event, so, you got that situation going on. So I was like, ooh, wee. And so, it is what it is. And so then that's yes, my thumbs are definitely acting up. I keep hitting the wrong button by accident. I'm sorry, guys, because everything is so close to me right now. Like I'm in a different area. So it's like one of them situations. But in any event, so we got Ashley. Ashley jumps in. Ashley wants some of the smoke too as well. She's seen Candice getting some. She had to jump in. She wanted to get some attention. Ashley didn't come there not to get paid, not to say nothing, not to have the cameras on her. Ashley wanted some attention too. And it was her time to come at Candice because, Mia had just finished reading the shit out of Candice, in my opinion, about her whole situation with the video shoot and her husband. And that's it. And then Ashley jumped in and said, I don't know why you mad, Candice, because you talked about your husband and his finance anyway. And so Candice turned around, was like, girl, what you say? Candice turned around like, I know that bitch didn't say this shit to me. I know she's not speaking. Candice was like, was you even invited? Was you even there? Like, I was like, I don't know what's going on with Ashley, but Ashley got food in her hair. I don't know. It could be baby throw up in her hair too as well. When she was out there talking to what's her name, Robyn. I didn't want to point that out because she got two small kids. She got two small keys now. So in any event, Ashley, Candice said, Ashley, was you there? Ashley said no. Then Candice says, end of story. Good night. Candice is so ignorant. She said, I know this heifer is not speaking to me. I was like, see. Candice was like, good night. Ashley said, if I would have wasted my time, I would have peed myself or something like that. And then Candice said, well, your pot this and that. I don't know what they said. Everything is going on behind the screen. Hey, what's up, Monique Hill? Everything's going on behind the scenes. I keep kicking myself out. So so I was just like, Lord, Ashley done jumped into it. Ashley said, I ain't gonna waste my time. Candice said, if you don't shut your wide face, I don't know if she said wide face, big face. I just know she said, if you don't set your wide face or your big face. I was like, Lord. Karen said she didn't say anything to Dorothy because then you got Gizelle. Gizelle is trying to throw Karen out there in the street and said, well, because, Candice was like, yo, listen, so who else talked to my mama? And who else said something to my mama? And then Gizelle said Karen. And Karen said, no, I didn't. I didn't even talk to her like that. I'm like, and then Robyn said, well, what did Robyn say? Robyn said some dumb shit. And then that's when it was pointed out that Gizelle and Robyn definitely did talk to your mama. And yes, they both did talk to your mama. So it is what it is. And then you got Gizelle really trying to throw Karen on the bus to get Candice can come after Karen. But you could see that Candice is not really trying to battle with Karen. At least that's one person that Candice is really not trying to battle with so far. As we can see, Candice is really trying not to go there with, Karen at all. And Karen is doing everything she can not to go there with Candice. So, that's kind of like, a good situation, I guess, that they're not beefing because I wanted, most of them to get along. But in any event, it is what it is. So, she said, well, then shut up. It's like, Lord. And so... Oh, she said, you wasn't even there, Ashley. And so then Gizelle and Robyn basically trying to act like it's not a big deal of, knowing about Chris' payroll or anything of that nature, because they're basically saying, I think, so Robyn is saying that I think that you feel uncomfortable about people asking about your finance, or you're like very picky, or, a phobia about people talking about money or whatever the case may be. And Candice said, yes, she does feel that way. She does not like to talk about money. Why? Because she's spending the money. If it's money, she was spending his money, be a different story, because you was bragging about spending your mama money at one point in time. Candice says she does not like to talk about money. Candice says she wasn't appreciative of them shading her. And so basically Candice let them know that she knew that they all was talking, that Gizelle, Robyn, and Mia was talking to her mother, and she don't like it, but Karen didn't do it. So, and Wendy didn't do it either. So, you got that situation going on. Wendy, and at least your forehead hair has been slicked back a little bit or cut off. Because, girl, but I ain't gonna lie, you look good. That pink and black that you had on was good, but I know you had shoulder pads on. This is why your outfits look funny on your eyes, because you keep putting goddamn shoulder pads on. Whew. So in any event, Gizelle said, they're going to continue to play this game. Gizelle said, is it reasonable, Shady, to call your friend when you are drunk? So basically they're talking about Karen being drunk, and they actually like drunk Karen. So it seems like they're trying to ease off of Karen. They don't want no beef with Karen. That's what it seems like. Karen must have did some shit to these bitches, because they falling back. They are falling back from Karen right now. So in any event, they said they love drunk Karen. Karen be calling them drunk. Karen done called Robyn drunk and basically said, I don't like you, but I like your husband. And that's when Robyn told all of Karen's business. So Karen, don't be. And you see how the tables have turned. Where we see at this event, Wendy is not drinking. And remember when Karen was out with the ladies and they was chilling, Wendy and all the rest of the people was drinking, and Karen didn't want to drink because she didn't know what was coming to her, because, she was on a hot seat. Now Wendy's on a hot seat and Wendy ain't even trying to drink. They were trying to get Wendy to drink. Wendy was like, I ain't going to drink. I'm going to cuss you guys on. Plus she didn't feel comfortable too. Like, they make you feel uncomfortable, girl. Just the same way that you guys were questioning, Karen, why ain't you drinking? You ain't questioning Wendy because you know why Wendy ain't drinking, because you guys are being messed up towards her. Oh. And so Robyn. So then Robyn had to answer. Robyn asked this question because Robyn's trying to be low down towards Wendy. Robyn says, "Is it reasonable, Shady, or is it shady to be concerned about your friend dramatic change and appearance after cheating rumors about their husband emerges?" And Wendy says, "Yes, it's shady." And Mia saying, "No, it's reasonable. You got this is the second time, and this." Particular little scene, they bring up Wendy and Etty, so, they coming for you, girl. They want your head on a mother effing platter, Wendy. Wendy, they coming for you, baby. They brought it up twice. And then you've been bickering with, they coming for you. They trying to make you feel uncomfortable. They trying to make you run, girl. They trying to make you run. And so in any event, so with that situation going on, they trying to make you run, girl. Darling. They trying to make you run. Oh my God, like they coming for her. Yeah, she did have me rolling too, Major. I hate shoulder pads too. I used to rip them shits out of my clothes when, at one point in time when you buy shit, everything has shoulder pads in it. Poor Wendy, she had those pants on for the outside, so soon sweaty and sweaty. I know, that's right. She had on them sweaty pants outside, but the kid said there was a lot of wind blowing. Gizelle didn't care how she treated them ladies outside her house. Gizelle didn't care. Gizelle like, I got homeowner insurance and Bravo got insurance. If they here filming, then it's okay. I gotta watch the guys. And so we get to that situation, and then Wendy said, "Is it reasonable?" Because the same blogs reported that you had an STD, and Gizelle was like, "Well, it wasn't true." I was like, "Oh, Candice done fell on the floor." Candice was like, "Lord have mercy." Wendy said, "Is it reasonable?" Because the same blog said that you had an STD. I was like, "Lord have mercy." Hey, Erica Golden. Yes, they are trying to run her off, baby. They are trying to run her off. She got to do everything she got to do. She ain't got Jamal. I don't know if he was giving her money, but he gave her a core that she still got to put the key in the ignition. But in any event, I don't know, because Grace was all shocked that she didn't have to put the key in when it came to Candice's car. So I think Gizelle's car is a key entry. Not wrong with a key entry, but she's boss lady. She got money. Her and Robyn said that they rich now when they was on a Breakfast Club. That's what they said. So I'm like, Hold on for a second. One second. I gotta take this. I gotta find out how they doing. Gotta find out how the baby's doing. Okay, so we back, baby. We back. And this is, what's his name? Eddie was like, "I ain't cheating on my wife. I don't know what y'all talking about." He said he ain't cheating. I don't think Eddie's cheating. I don't know. But in any event, so we have that situation where Wendy comes back with a 1-2-3 knockout towards Gizelle, basically saying the same blog said you had STDs, baby. And then, that's when Wendy says she continues to talk about people, and, Wendy says that you guys continue to talk about people. You guys continue to talk about me. Gizelle, you talked about me at Robyn's dinner, but basically it was at, Candice event. Wendy says, "Why are you telling me to chill, Robyn, when your voice is elevated and my voice is not elevated at all?" So now they're trying to make her be quiet because now she's running her mouth. now she's not backing down from the situation. She's talking her mess. And then you got Robyn telling her that she's doing too much. You need to be quiet, basically. And then Robyn said, you an asshole. You were acting like, first she called her an asshole. Then she said that she was acting like an asshole. She was being an asshole. Like, damn, Robyn, you calling her names now. You really trying to intimidate her. It just seems like something is too deep going on with Wendy and Robyn. Like, y'all was friends. Like, and Robyn's been talking mad shit, and Gizelle been talking mad shit about Wendy. Like, they said that they ain't gonna forgive her. So it is what it is. It's gonna be a battle now. So Wendy, you got beef with the lattes. So in any event, Wendy, Robyn is like, well, chill, Wendy. And Wendy was like, yo, what are you telling me to chill for? And then that's when, a scholar, she jumped into the situation. And a scholar is like, yo, listen, how are you guys going to attack her with something and say something about her with a reasonable question? And she comes back with the shadiness of, well, the same blog said this about you. Now you're going to get mad at her, call her an asshole and try to attack her. And she didn't call you an asshole when you basically repeating what the blog said that you said is a lie, and basically saying that she changed her whole self. Wendy did change her whole self. She's trying to be a new improved. She's trying to be an A-lister. Can't blame her. And Robyn is pissed off. And Robyn finally actually looked nice at an event. And even Gizelle looks nice. I'm like, like, what's going on, Robyn? And so Robyn says, Wendy, you're doing too much. Robyn says, Robyn said, basically called her an asshole. And Wendy said, now you're calling me names. And then Robyn was like, I can't even get through to you. And then Wendy's like, how are you gonna try to get through me by yelling at me and calling me names? Like, come on, is that how you and Wendy's like, yo, don't be talking to me like I'm your child. And so that's when Robyn just gave up, and Robyn just wanted to run over there and be like, ah. Robyn wanted to just scream and yell, because Robyn's like, you're not getting it, you're not letting it sink in, you talked over people, you wouldn't let people talk, you did this, you did that, you was just so terrible back then. Robyn said. So Robyn is pissed off. Robyn is mad. Candice said, Candice said, and then Candice jumped in. Candice jumped into that situation, and Wendy was like, you guys were talking about me. And then Candice jumped in and was like, yeah, we was talking about you for a long time. We was talking about you for like an hour, 45 minutes. I was like, Candice, shady ass was like, yeah, Wendy, we was talking about you. So they didn't say shit to Karen. I mean, Candice. Candice is like, yeah, you were talking about homegirl for a long time. Long time. I was like, go ahead, Candice. Candice come in when she needs to chime in and shit. That's why I'm saying that this was a good episode. And I really this shit was this is on point. Robyn's like, it's impossible to get through to you. Wendy said, stop yelling at me, like, and then now they're making all types of noise. And Wendy said, then Wendy got into that ass again. I was like, go ahead, Wendy. Wendy ain't scared. Wendy's reading. I was like, go ahead, Wendy. Oh, but it's easy, to get at them. So Wendy, okay, so let's get to what Wendy said. So Wendy, okay, so Wendy says, all you ladies have been talking about me. You were talking about me, and you guys are sitting up here on your soapbox, acting like you act like you care about me, act like you cared about my behavior, what was going on. If you cared about me, you would have reached out to me. Each and every one of you guys got my number. If you were so concerned, you would have sat down, had a one-on-one with me, and started having a one-on-one with everybody else. And then Robyn is like, that's not the case. We wasn't trying to come at you. Wendy was, and then, Ashley's like, no, that's not true. We wasn't trying to hurt you. It was nothing malice. It was just trying to have a conversation, and you took it the wrong way. Then why you keep bringing it up if it wasn't malice? It was because she read you, and it was malice, because you guys, Gizelle, you said you didn't want nobody talking about you and Jamal, and you would appreciate it if you said Karen knowed you for so long, she could have talked to you about it. You know what I mean? But in any event, you keep bringing up the situation. She already got surgery. She looked different. She's trying to elevate herself. Like, how do you not know that she's not trying to elevate herself when she's thinking about leaving her job as a professor? When she's trying to sell candles and shit like that, and she's writing a book, she's trying to really make this shit work. So it's not like she's going against you, but maybe they felt threatened by Wendy, or they felt betrayed by Wendy, because Wendy was supposed to stay under their palms and be their baggage and their luggage, and she ended up opening herself up out the luggage and climbing out, baby, and carrying her own. So it is what it is. And so Wendy was like, if you were so concerned, you would have had a one-on-one with me. And then Wendy said, I'm sick of all these theatrics over here. Gizelle said, what? I'm confused. Wendy said, Gizelle, I didn't say shit to your ass, because Gizelle was trying to jump in like, oh, I'm confused why you saying that one-on-one. That's what Gizelle. And then Wendy was like, girl, I wasn't talking to your ass. Wendy was talking to, to Robyn. And then Wendy said, I said what I said to your ass in Williamsburg. And that was it. Gizelle wanted to jump out that chair. She wanted to get security guard. She didn't have no security. Gizelle wanted her out when she said that. When Wendy turned around and said, I meant what the fuck I said in Williamsburg about both of y'all, that was it. Gizelle was done. Robyn's done. That's it. They're going to take off the leash off their neck, and they coming for you. They're going to be running after you like zombie, Wendy. Wendy, they going to come get you, girl. Wendy, they coming for you. I was like, Wendy, you read the shit. Oh, Gizelle was like, because Gizelle and Robyn are like, I can't believe she even said that about us. And they've been going around the blogs for months saying that shit. And when she said, I meant what I said, I was like, Lord. Oh. And Gizelle said, why don't you just go? Gizelle said, why don't you just go? Gizelle said, we can't. Gizelle said, Gizelle said, we can back all these cars out and you can get up out of here because you are very disrespectful. And then Karen, you're disrespecting me in my house. Then Karen said, this is a public property. This is like on the side of the street. This ain't no house. And a Scholar, thank you for jumping in and saying what you said. It's good to see you. And then Mia, so a Scholar, she jumps in. A Scholar, she jumps in, and basically, what did she say? She's basically trying to mediate the situation between the ladies. And a Scholar says something. A Scholar says, what did a Scholar say? A Scholar says it's not fair, and when she responds, okay, she says that, and then Mia says, who are you, the mediator? And then a Scholar said, you better keep it cute over there. You better go over there and look into the mirror, girl. And then it goes on from there. And so they had all types of little arguments all over the place. Everybody was with the shits. Everybody was with the shits. Everybody was with the shits. And Scholar was like, yo, you better fall back. Everybody was with the shits, y'all. I was like, oh man, this was a good episode, for real. Like, I gotta talk about this again. I was loving all the little reads. There was like so many different reads going on and dissing one another. A Scholar, she done dissed Gizelle at the end of the day. Gizelle tried to get her to walk up to her house through the door, and a Scholar said, there ain't no door over there. A Scholar said, you know what, I'm gonna come back when you got doors and shit, and it's not all danger out here. Like, a Scholar was like, I'm not walking through that. Karen was like, Karen needed to get her car moved. Karen was like, I'm not going through that. They really tried to do her in. Then you got Candice, she's coming for Mia and basically saying, you're insecure, you're trying to project all that stuff out on me. And she's doing, I don't know what she's doing, some type of dumb shit, like, I'm projecting, I'm sending it to you. Very immature and childish. And then we're gonna have Mia throw salad at her, which is, do rich people throw salad? What's her name? Mia, since you talk about bad behavior, rich people don't act like that, but you threw salad at the girl. Rich people do throw salad, but you're trying to put rich people on a pedestal that they don't do certain things. Lord have mercy, there's a lot of rich people you would never know. And so a Scholar was like, look at this shit. A Scholar said, I'm not walking through that. She can't. And Robyn said, I don't blame you. Robyn said, I'm not walking through that. She said, when they got some concrete, it's stable. A Scholar was like, I'll be walking over there. Karen did not want to go into her house. Lord have mercy. So yeah, they tried to get your girl. They tried to get Wendy. They're trying to get Wendy good. They laying off for Karen. They don't want Karen to jump in to save Wendy because Karen really had Wendy's back when it came to that trip in Williamsburg. And then on top of that, you have Candice basically tell Mia like, yo, I had your back when everybody was talking about you and everything. Nobody addressed Candice like, oh, we wasn't talking about her. They just let it be because, Gizelle and Robyn, they're cool with Mia, kinda. They're all right. Like, they don't need to fight with her. But they will fight with Wendy and throw shade at Karen. But Robyn ain't even trying to throw shade at Karen like that right now, So they had all these moments of Wendy. She's lashing out, singing, trying to stop the argument. They have to be immature. Like, this is crazy. Like, you got 4 degrees. You got to sing over these heifers. These heifers are yelling at you and shit. Like, yo, they wildin', but yo, I enjoy everything. This is a good episode. This is definitely a good episode. This is the tea and the shade that we like, because y'all was just up front with all the tea and all the shade. And Gizelle showing her house. The inside does look nice, but it looks very dangerous outside. It looks very, very dangerous outside. What are you guys saying? A scholar says she wasn't messing with the stairway to nowhere. Mia's husband looks like he can't handle his liquor. He looks extra sloppy in the next episode. Yes, he does. What's up, Williams? But Karen is renting, and so is Wendy. Neither of them to have their own house. Ooh, Lord. Hit the like button. Thank you so much, Chef Disaster. I appreciate that. Raheem Charles, baby, Miss T. I died when Ashley got there and said she's so shocked about the house. I know, that shit was so funny. I talked about that earlier. Ashley was just shading, but she was shading with Robyn because Robyn told Gizelle not to throw no house, no party over there with construction going on in front of the house. Darlene, I know. That was funny. Erica, just me. Yes, I was thinking about that too. Also, Candice keeps fighting women with deep pockets too, but she's dropping that drag me speech. Yo, that was one of them nice reads right there, Erica. That was one of them nice little reads. You trying to be nice and shit, but reading down. And so, we get to the situation now where Wendy, so Karen jumps in and she stops the argument been going down between Gizelle, Robyn, and Wendy. She goes, okay, Wendy, are you going to invite the ladies to your, trip? And so Wendy said, yeah. And I was like, where are we going? She said, Pizza. Not Pizza. I was about to say Pizza Bay. She's going to the Bay. Pacific, Bay. Some Bay she's going to. And so, in any event, Wendy was like, yeah, you guys can bring your husband. Karen, you can bring your husband. I don't know if Chris is, Candice, you can bring your husband. I'm going to bring my husband, Chris. I don't know if Ashley's husband is coming and Gizelle can bring her luggage. I was like, damn. She threw that shot at Gizelle. Karen can bring Ray, Mia, your husband, too, as well. Chickapeake Bay. That's where they're going. Chickapeake Bay. Excuse me. And Wendy did not say Juan's name. And, Miss Robyn, she picked up on that shit. And Robyn felt a certain type of way. Robyn said, look, she throwing shade. Yes, she throwing shade. Y'all was throwing shade. Well, Robyn, you came hard at Wendy. You keep asking the questions about her husband, her changing her body and bringing that up. You guys could have asked different questions. You asked questions that targeted Wendy and that targeted Karen. But, your focus and your target wasn't on Karen. It was on Wendy. And so, you didn't come swinging at Wendy, but you did start swinging. Gizelle came out swinging. Gizelle and Robyn directly took shots at Wendy, and Wendy directly took them shots. Pew, 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 back. Okay? They was going bing, bing, bing. They were both shooting. They were all shooting. Scholar was shooting. Mia was shooting. Candice was shooting. Karen was shooting. Wendy, they were all shooting. Robyn was shooting. They were all shooting. Everybody was shooting. Ashley was a little bit shooting. Ashley was still, Ashley is still, she got food in her hair, baby milk, molasses in her hair. So, she shot a little bit, but they were shooting, y'all. They was going, pew, pew, pew. I was like, okay. And so then, Wendy took the last shot and was like, yo, listen, girl, basically saying, Robyn ain't bringing no man, because her and Karen already talked about Wanda. Karen was like, Wanda don't be going nowhere. Gizelle ain't got no man. She'll be bringing her luggage. That's her man. The shade. And then Gizelle said she is not going. She told Ashley she's not going. Robyn said she wasn't going. And basically, so they're saying that they're not going to go to Wendy's trip. They're trying to ice her out. But the thing about it is, she's still got a bunch of ladies that going to show up to her trip, so you can't really ice her out. And plus, she's bringing her husbands, so the husband's going to get some shine and, help with their social media or whatever. But you really going to stay home, Gizelle? Yep, Giselle's going to stay home. And and Robyn, let's see, Robyn going to stay home too. Juan ain't going to go on no damn trip with them. Robyn says Wendy has no respect for her. She didn't even say Juan's name. See, I knew how she really felt. So it seems like, Wendy is shocked that these girls are not her friends, and she don't even know what happened. And right now, Gizelle and Robyn didn't have a reason really not to like Wendy. And so once Wendy cussed them out, now everything that Robyn says, oh, she didn't really like my marriage. She was all happy for my marriage. Look at how she going against it. She didn't even bring up one name so they can keep, dig at Wendy. And then, Gizelle got red for filth over there in Williamsburg. But yep, that's the situation, y'all. This is actually a really, really good episode. I was like, OMG. They were talking their mess. They were reading. Karen said, I refuse to go inside Gizelle's house with no doors. When Karen said, I refuse to go inside Gizelle's house with no doors, I was like, ooh, you guys. Yo, they was reading. So I don't know who wants to jump on the StreamYard. I appreciate you. If you want to jump on the StreamYard, that'll be cool. If you want to call in, that'll be cool too as well. I was like, they were getting it. I ain't gonna even lie. They was getting it. Okay, so where am I at? Let me put the StreamYard key in. And the number's on the screen if you want to call in and let me know what's good. Let me tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you think about the episode. That proves hazmat suit. Elizabeth Hill, you need to go wearing a hazmat suit. Lord have mercy. Raheem Charles, that proves they weren't friends at all. Wendy knew better. Ooh. Carrie had to get vaccinated, y'all. Yes, she did. Well, vaccinated. That's what she said. They was getting on her for that major. That was funny. So I was like, this was a good episode. Girl, bye. Of course you are going to the annual trip if you want to get paid. I know. Chris delivered tips. Oh my God, Elizabeth Hill. Major, I think it's nothing wrong with renting. I purchased my first home and 25 and second by 31, and guess what, life happened and I am a renter in life right now. Some people never get to. I feel you. It's just that they be talking big cash money shit that they rich and they got all this going on. I think we know why Karen is renting, because of Ray, his taxes, her rebuilding. I don't know. I never heard her say. I don't know if she's actually renting, but I remember that just being the subject. And then, that's why, and Gizelle going to her house trying to find out where she lived at, then Ray having a little like bachelor pad and things of that nature. And they went to Karen's house and saying she don't even live in Potomac. Wendy doesn't live in Potomac. You know what I mean? So it's just like, so it's a whole lot going on. But most of the time they be bragging about their big money, rich females. You know what I mean? They brag about that. They're millionaires. So I guess that's why, like, it gets to when you say, oh, you're renting, because they be bragging like, you can rent and have money too as well. But at the same time, y'all be bragging about where you live at. No, you misunderstood me. No harm in renting, but they act like they are so rich and they do not own nothing. My bad. My bad, Williams. Hey, Tori Williams. Or maybe I read another comment. My bad. I'm saying they be talking big shit, so you be like, yo, come to. Gizelle is rebuilding her house, and Candiace just got that house with her mama's credit. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful mansion that she got. But I'm not sure if Karen did own her home to start, but they are empty nesters, and Ray has a hell of a time getting up them stairs. Something is smarter to rent seriously. So is Karen? I don't know. I can't even remember if Karen's renting that house that she's in now with all them stairs, and they are empty nesters. That really makes sense, Erica. And yeah, that house is too big. But Karen always wanted one of them big old huge houses. She can rebuild a barn, Elizabeth Hill. Technically, if you have a mortgage, then everybody is renting to own. Lord have mercy. Y'all are too funny. So, yep, that's the situation. Okay, there's no phone calls. Nobody jumped on the streamline. The StreamYard. I got problems, y'all. So in any event, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming through. I really, really, really do. I was having technical difficulties earlier. That's why I was about a few minutes late. My bad. I'm not trying to waste nobody's time or have you guys waiting on me. But I don't know, for some reason, it still says that I'm not online. It still says I'm offline, and it never says I'm offline. It always says I'm online, and it has the green light, but it still has the light off. I needed confirmation that you guys could hear me, and I didn't get it right away. So I was like, I was trying to go into it. I went to somewhere else to fix it if I wasn't, but my bad. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming through. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you for your time. You guys have a blessed week. It was a blessing and a joy to spend tonight with y'all, because this is a freaking amazing episode. This episode was amazing. I loved every minute of it. Peace and blessings to you, Mary J, and have a great week. You too as well, Williams. Thank you, Major. I appreciate you. Thank you, Raheem Charles. Keep safe, Mary Jane. And Peep Squad is in the building. Yes, this episode was crazy. I was trying to make sure, like, I get what you guys are saying, because it was just so funny. Like, everybody was reading except for Ashley. But Ashley read when she came in, cracking on Gizelle's house. And then she tried to throw a little shot at Candiace. But Candiace always seems to go overboard, where Ashley just be like, you know what, I'm going to do it. But what do you guys think about Candiace saying that, Mia mom is low budget, and us actually knowing Mia's mother's history? Do you think that she doesn't know the history, or you think she was really trying to call her mother out for these problems that she had, or she doesn't know? I hope she doesn't know her mother's history, because it'll be really foul to be calling her mother low budget too as well, because Candiace probably have fans, that have been to prison and has suffered drug addiction and overcome, and then for you to be calling her mom low budget, and her background, that'll be really bad. But it is what it is. And then Gizelle and Robyn, like, Gizelle and Robyn they came for her so clear. They came for Wendy. This is the reason why Wendy said she thought she wasn't gonna come. But I'm glad you came, Wendy, because you was fighting back. You was reading too. They were trying to double team you. And you was throwing them punches. Boom, bada bing. I was like, go ahead. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Peace and blessings. So I give this a 10 out of 10. I'm with you. I'm with you, Miss T. Darling, we love you, Mary, and have a good night. Love you too, and you have a good night too as well. Yes, it was too much with all them stairs and carrying the cases of the candles is too much for Ray. I know. Where is her assistant? Peep Squad, thank you so much, darling. Good job, mods. Thank you, Marilyn. Hey, Marilyn, what's going on? How you doing, Woodland? I laughed all doing your broadcast, tears in my eyes. Thank you, Marilyn. It's so good to see you. Silver Fox 77. Candice knows exactly me or mom's situation. Let's not forget, Candice's mom is a doctor and a psychiatrist. Oh, Lord. You see, now that's bad. Like, if she knows that, that's really, like, really just really calling her that. You know what I mean? Because that's dirty. And she only said your shit was low budget, and it was. Like, come on, facts. You had no chairs, no food, no cups, no water bottle. People got to sit on their cools. There was no lighting, no nothing, no food, no nothing. Robyn and Gizelle need each other because they can't stand alone. Lord have mercy. Facts on top of facts. Tony. Erica, love you, Mary Jane. Miss you, sis. Miss you too. Love you guys. You guys have a wonderful, blessed night. Thank you so much for coming. Peace and love.